Only one game of playoff hoops on a Thursday night. Denver extend the series to 7 games. Let's get into it. My name is Shlomo Stark.
My name is Levi Jacob.
And this is the daily basketball recap. Levi, Denver extending the series. Very impressive. Even even if the Thunder win game 7, which I'm sure we both predict, gotta give Jokic props for just beating the Clippers and taking this Thunder team to 7.
Yeah.
Thunder team is supposed to be the juggernaut.
Yeah, I think that, like I said, I think I said yesterday, like this is exactly a team that the Thunder wouldn't have wanted to play against in the playoffs because they have like all of their like opposite strengths. Although all those Nuggets.
You don't think they deserve props?
No. I think that regardless matchups, like even if a matchup is a good matchup, they still deserve props. I think similar to also what I was saying, I think 2 days ago now, is that like you saw that the method changed. The Nuggets realized that they were allowing Jokic to score last game. And so therefore now Jokic realized that he had to get everybody else involved. And you see that everybody else was very involved. But you also had, who I want to give props to, like Jokic played well. There was a lot of discussion about fouling and officials and officiating and all this stuff, whatever. I'm someone who I have a hard time like always getting into that just because I know it affects the game, but I just think it's so like there's just not anything to do about that. Like what they released the 2-minute report and then like what, I think the regular flow of the game that like Shea doesn't usually get that many fouls is like one of the arguments against that kind of thing. But like whatever, it is what it is. You don't cry over spilled milk. The people that I wanted to shed a light on were more the Nuggets bench. The Nuggets bench really played exceptionally well. Julian Strother coming through big for them. And
big basketball daily recap guy. He's before you came on, I used to talk about him a lot. He was a fan favorite.
That mixed with Christian Brown. I was trying to come up with a headline.
Well, I just wanted to say Christian Brown started and Julian Strother was the only bench player that played well.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't mean bench as much as I meant like just like the
role players, the role players.
Yeah. I tried to think of a headline to put underneath this podcast for today, which led me to try to think. I was going to do something artistic with like the Joker, the blue arrow, and the whatever. And I was trying to find like a nickname for Christian Brown. He doesn't have any. He like literally doesn't have like you go to Basketball Reference, literally nothing there. So maybe
he's not like that good.
He's taken a step up this year for sure.
Like what's I don't know what's Mikal Bridges' nickname?
He definitely like
I think it's the Iron Man actually.
Yeah, I'll say that, but
whatever.
I feel like it's too general. Yeah. Regardless, I just thought it was an interesting point. The supporting cast played really well this game. I'm still like dumbfounded that MPJ is out there not being able to raise his arm above his like waist. It's like just insane to me. This Nuggets team, they're chugging along. They're making it work for them. Game 7 is not where you want to be. I hope it's a more exciting game than this game was. This game was like kind of like is a little bit ugly down the stretch. But yeah, they looked like pretty in control of most of the situation.
Levy, how long have we been recording for? What's it been? 5 minutes?
Maybe.
I cannot believe that we've gone 5 entire minutes without you talking about Jokic. The story here was not the role players. Jokic was 25, 14, and 8, 9 of 14 shooting, 10 of 12 from the free throw line, played 40 minutes, 2 steals, a block, and only 1 turnover. This team is Jokic. He was the one that got the role players involved. He was the one that was facilitating, big word for Shlomo Stark right there, facilitating to them. I'm not saying you should not give the role players props. Great job by them. They really, really stepped up when the team needed them. Jokic is the MVP. Jokic is the story here. This is one of the best games I've ever seen him play because he had his stats, but also got everyone involved and has people like you saying, go role players, when it's absolutely all him. Like, that's what he wants. Like, you're giving Jokic what he wants. You're giving him like, oh yeah, like Christian Brown, 23 and 11. Great job. Julian Strawther, 15 points for shooting. Jokic led the team in scoring, led the team in rebounds, and led the team in assists, and led the team in free throws made. What are we talking about here? Jokic is awesome.
So I think that I think the MVP discussion about this whole thing we should save until a little bit later.
No, I'm not talking about MVP. I'm talking about
I get it.
Nuggets for who won the game.
I get it. My only the reason why I'm hesitant to bring up Jokic is because there was a lot of interesting calls that were made last night. Like really watching the game closely, there's a lot of like weird, not to say that OKC didn't have their fair share. Also, the officiating was just bizarre. So a lot of the looks that the Nuggets were getting, it was just like a really choppy game, and it really, like, you could see that the Thunder, like, their heart was really like not so much in this game because of all of the interruptions going on. Jokic did play well. I'm not saying he didn't play well, but I'm saying this is like Jokic doesn't have this game without the players hitting the shots that they're hitting, right? The 14 assists is because, like, this game, the team...
14 rebounds, 8 assists.
Sorry, 8 assists. Another thing that I was thinking about recently is the fact that, remember when Russ averaged triple-double?
Like in 2018, 17?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
One of the underlying storylines there, okay, was the fact that Steven Adams averaged like a career low in rebounds. Okay, why? Is because
Westbrook was stat padding. I remember that was.
So
I never got into that, but I do remember that.
I'm just saying it's a thing, right? Somebody on the team has to get rebounds. It happens to be that this center, who's huge, is getting rebounds over other, like meaning, like, I'm not downplaying
This is a terrible take.
play.
This is a terrible take. Your take is Jokic is big, so he gets rebounds, and it's not impressive.
No, I'm saying I think that it was an impressive game, but at the same time, I don't want to blow things out of proportion in regards to this game. Like, I think that this game was I think that he decided to play better, which is like kind of a point to what I was saying yesterday. The Thunder's upside on how they're playing defense against the Nuggets last game was, sure, let Jokic score. Sure, don't let anybody else get going. Let Jokic score. And that's how they were able to win last game. This game, Jokic was like, oh, if I pass to my teammates more, then, and the teammates were able to hit shots, obviously, then it'll open up the floor for me. That's exactly what happened. So I just feel like
he still led the team in scoring, rebounds, assists, and free throws.
But that's because the ball goes through him also. Like
exactly. That's my point. Is even when the role players have their best game, when Jalen Brunson is the Knicks' best player. When OG Anunoby has a good game, when you're getting OG Anunoby props, he's usually scored more than Brunson because Brunson realized he can't do all the scoring. When Bridges has a Bridges game, he'll score just as much, if not more, than Brunson. When Jokic's role players have the game, he still leads them in point. Like, you led with the role players, and Jokic still led the team in points, rebounds, assists, and free throws.
But I'm saying, but he's been playing like this. Like I led with the role players because that was the difference maker in the game.
He was the difference maker. That's what I'm saying. They helped. There's no Jokic. If the role players have this game and Jokic is a bad game, they lose.
Okay, but I think the argument to be made, specifically in regards to this, is he's always the reason why. I'm saying what's notable in this game that made the difference, because, like, ultimately he could have had another one of the games that he had last game, and if you count up those point totals, it's the same outcome. So I'm saying the notable difference was the fact that they also, like, yes, he was passing to them. I'm not saying that he's not, but I'm just saying that, like, also they were hitting more shots than what they were before. That's all.
I agree. I think we got to lead with Jokic, though.
Okay.
Man, I've never seen anything like this. Well, maybe I have, LeBron, but it's like talking about the Heat in 2012 and leading with Mario Chalmers. Like, history will not remember us fondly if we do that. We're missing the bigger picture here. Jokic is doing something historic, leading this team to 7 games.
I hear you.
Christian Brown is the Mario Chalmers of this team. Mario Chalmers played very well in 2012, but it was not like we're not going to be having Christian Brown conversations in 10 years.
Not yet.
He's the 5th best player on this team. He's very good. He's good. Maybe even 6. I don't know. Depends on where you want to, how you want to, like, rank Westbrook.
I think he adds more than Westbrook does by series in this playoff.
That's fine. Then he's the 5th best player on the team.
I don't think that's true. I think he's better than that.
Well, let's go through it.
Okay.
Do you think he's better than Jokic?
No.
So that's me. He's at most second best. Do you think he's better than Jamal Murray?
Okay, but second best is pretty good. Jamal Murray, no.
Okay.
I would put Aaron goes to the. So I would put Aaron Gordon at number 2, Jamal Murray number 3. I think I put him at 4.
That's fine. That's fine. So it's basically you're having that we're basically that, which I don't think we need to have now, but we're basically having the conversation: Christian Brown over Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah,
That's basically like where we're at.
Yeah.
Okay. So now he's basically in the if we're comparing him to the Heat, so he's in the Mario Chalmers, Birdman, like Norris Cole area.
Ray Allen.
Because Ray Allen, well, I was thinking of the other team, but yeah, sure, Ray Allen. I was thinking of the 2011 before.
Okay.
I was thinking I wasn't.
I don't think that right, but I don't think that Birdman was on that team, was he? I think it came when Allen came. It doesn't matter. Either way, it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, you're right. You remember the Harlem Shake with Birdman?
Oh my god, dude.
When he was like "Colo terrorista," I loved that. Oh, it's
There
great.
was a time. There was a time.
Okay. Are we doing predictions or
I want to do predictions.
Knicks are gonna win. We're really running out of games here. We only have one. Like, we're in the one game a night phase now.
It's sad. It's upsetting.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
They always make it prime time. They always make it prime time, so like it's even more annoying because like here, like you definitely like we're
Yeah,
watching
Sunday is the last game. They had this last year. Sunday's game 7 at 3:30 p.m. So that's the last good time for Israel. Which is really fun for you. But yeah, they never conference finals and finals are never a matinee.
All right. So you said that Knicks. You're taking Knicks, obviously.
Yeah, I think the Knicks are gonna win in 6. Here's my take. Just quickly run through the games. Games 1 and 2 were flukes. We shouldn't have won, and we somehow won. Game 3 made sense. Game 4 was the Knicks' best game, and Game 5 and also made sense. So, do we have a Game 4 in us? I think so. But I think if we lose, we're gonna lose Game 7. We should not be winning. I was at TD Garden. We shouldn't be winning games there. We won Game 1 and 2. I'm telling you, it was a fluke. And looking back, it's like you just look at the numbers of how much the Celtics have led in this series versus the Knicks. It's insane that they were up 3-1.
Yeah.
So I think the Knicks can win. I think we can have a repeat of Game 4. That's not so crazy to me, especially with the Tatum injury. But I'm certainly going to predict a Game 7 loss if we lose this game.
I think that I also predict Knicks. The hot take prediction that I want to make this game, I think Porzingis is going to have a good game.
And they lose?
Yeah.
That usually doesn't happen.
I know.
When you play,
but I think in tandem with Tatum being out, I think their other options are not going to be as effective as they were last game. And I think the Knicks will win off of that.
Yeah. I think the key is OG Anunoby.
Yeah.
Whoever he guards needs to be shut down.
Yeah.
Because he's going to guard their best player. I don't know if they think their best player is Jaylen Brown or Derek White, because meaning Jaylen Brown definitely has the credentials for best player, but Derek White's been playing better this series, very similar to our Christian Brown, Michael Porter Jr. debate we didn't get into, whereas Michael Porter Jr. historically is better than Christian Brown, but this series it's really hard to say that he's not like Christian Brown's worse than Michael Porter Jr. So like we didn't get into that debate and we don't need to get into a Jaylen Brown, Derek White debate. But whoever Anunoby takes needs to be shut down. I'm not so worried about Porzingis because we got Mitch. And Mitch went 6 for 6 from the free throw line, and I fully take credit for that. I was cheering so loudly for Mitchell Robinson, and it is I'm telling you, there's no way he's going 6 for 6 from the line, and it is because I'm not in the stands this Friday night.
Okay. Interesting. Well, let's see what happens.
He heard me saying Mitch.
Lift spirit. I think also what's going to happen is I think that they're going to lean into Luke Cornett, and I think that's going to be like I think that once the Knicks are expecting Luke Cornett, I don't think it's going to be a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Luke Cornett. Yeah, I agree. I hope they leave it to Luke Cornett. He can't have 2 of those games.
Yeah, no, there's no chance. There's literally no chance. I watch if he does, like, be nuts. But
if Luke Cornett has another game with 7-8 blocks, I don't remember what he had, but he was blocking everything. Turn into prime. So rather game like that, I'm reassessing my evaluation of Luke Cornett. By the way, Luke Cornett, former Knick, hate that guy. I want to shout out to Isaac, who reminded me that Luke Cornett used to play on the Knicks. Totally forgot.
Yep.
That was the daily basketball recap. I want to thank you, Levi, for co-hosting, for producing, and for being a friend to the Nuggets role players. And I want to thank you for listening.